Hey, hey man, welcome to the weekly update. No, this ain't a weekly update. What did I even say? This is the Frazzlog, my friend. We're on lunch break on September 16th. We're eating a pizza. We're eating Juju coins and Juju Swedish fish, gummy worms. I've recently developed an addiction to gummy stuff, and Swedish fish especially. Holy fuck. We eat a bag a day, basically, man, it's so good. So what's new in the world of you guys stuff? I like it. We've got a lot to discuss. First off, let's review the Angry Video Game Nerd movie, because that just came out. So, what do I think about this movie? Well, I'm a big fan of the web series, I guess you'd call it. Watched every episode numerous times. I used to go to sleep to it, so you put that on shuffle, you tend to see a lot of the episodes. So, huge fan of that. Now, the movie, though, I didn't really have any expectations, and I'm glad I didn't, I guess. It's, I don't know how to describe this movie. It's basically set up to be like a 1980s comedy. It's just very, very cliche, I guess. You've got the main character, Angry Video Game Nerd. He's just very, he's just himself in this movie. He does a lot of, he needs to shut his fucking mouth. I mean, that's what I'm saying. He's just constantly, like, he does this fucking surprise face, like, the entire movie, and he basically teams up with this one little kid guy who's probably like a teenager or something, but he's young, and he hangs out with the AVGN. He looks up to him, and I guess he's like his manager or something in this movie's context or something, and they work at a game store. I didn't really understand that part. The movie starts off and they're like hanging out, and everyone's saying like, oh, you should go play E.T. This movie's basically a giant jerk-off fest for AVGN. Him basically toting how big he is, and him basically blowing himself out of proportion, saying that, like, on a worldwide scale, people know who he is. He's walking on the street and people are noticing who he is and stuff like that. He's not that big. But, yeah, so, like, him and the little guy, they go to the game store, and, of course, everyone's like, hey, they're making a new E.T. game, you should go play it. And he's like, no, let me explain to you why E.T. is a bad game. Back in 1980-something, they released this horrible game. It was so bad that they buried it. So, like, I don't know. It's one of those movies that has to explain every little thing for the audience, and it just gets annoying. But that's basically the premise, is these game developers are releasing E.T. 2 because gamers nowadays, they don't want quality, they want shit. So they'll play shitty games. And for the most part, that is actually kind of true. When AVGN came out with his let me review really shitty games to show you guys how bad they are, a lot of people start trying those games out. So in his his story, I guess, it's getting to the point where gamers don't even care about quality at all anymore. They just want to play really bad games because of him. So he's like trying to save everybody by saying, don't play this game, don't play the first game. And from there, it just goes into a really weird fucking movie. They team up with this one girl who's from the game developer studio, and she's like, all right, let's film him going to the landfill where they buried all these E.T. copies, and then he'll review it. So it's just like a wacky movie, I guess is the best way to describe it. Aliens happen. You get to a certain point in this movie, and your brain is just like, what the fuck? I'm done. So, what do I say about this movie? The story, like, out of a 1, it gets a 0, straight up bad. It's just not good. It's not funny, and it's not serious. Like, if you're not doing a serious story, I don't care. Make it very funny, make it very referential, make a lot of stuff. You're working with video games here. You can make a lot of references, but it's not even like funny like his web series. It's just, I don't know. So that's 0. I guess the music or sound, I guess, that gets another 0. There's not a single song or anything that stands out in this movie. The acting, This is very scripted, very 80s scripted bullshit. And it's another 0. If there was one thing I would say about this movie, it's the acting. It's the acting and the effects. I'd give that a solid 1, just because it gets really ridiculous near the end, where they'll go from like obviously like straight green screen stuff to like little figurines, like little toy cars instead of like real cars and stuff like that, and like just the digital effects. It's like obviously it's like a small studio making this movie, but it's just hilarious, and I think that goes. I'm not knocking it for it. I think it's funny as fuck. So that's what I liked about it. So yeah, I give the movie a 1 out of 3. It's really not that good. This movie is made for one purpose. It's to serve fans of his series, and that's all it can do, really. Somebody who's not into this would never like this movie, and yeah. So that's why I review that. Let me take a bite of this pizza real quick too. Pizza's looking really good. Now, as for what I've been doing lately, nothing really. I've been playing Minecraft, I've been playing Destiny, and I've been trying to play Phantasy Star Zero, which I've only played about 30 minutes. So you're probably thinking, how's Destiny? Everyone's loving it. And to tell you the truth, almost 7 minutes. I don't like it. And it hurts me to say that because I feel like Bungie, everyone's asking me this, why'd you buy that? Everyone's assuming because I saw the reviews and the impressions that it was good, so I got it because of that. That's not why I got it. I got it because Bungie has earned my faith in the past. They've impressed me with what they've made. So I took a chance with them again. You know, generally somebody who makes good stuff is going to continue to make good stuff. Now, what they're doing with this Destiny game is, I don't know, I don't want to say it's too ambitious, but it's weird because they're saying that this is one of the highest budgeted video games of all time. But to me, it doesn't feel like it's even finished yet. Like, gameplay-wise and stuff, yeah, sure, it's cool. It's just, I guess, content-wise is my biggest gripe with it. I've been running around the same planets, you know. Right now, I don't have all the planets unlocked or anything yet. I'm only level 10. But I have, like, Earth, I have the Moon, I have, like, Venus or something. And you basically... Alright, so the game takes place in the menu. And there's the tower. You have the tower, the Moon, Earth, and then these other planets you can go to. So if you go to the tower, you're basically going to be able to go there and sell stuff, buy stuff, get missions there. And then you go to the planets to do the missions. And the way I think this game should have been handled is, you go to the planet, and the planet is like a free open world. You can explore it, you can go from area to area, but what they do is they're like, okay, we can build the planet on the moon or whatever, but let's split it up into like 10 different sections, small sections. So there's no free roam, there's no exploration. It just feels like a very big multiplayer map, I guess you'd say. And I don't like that. It just doesn't feel right to me. But like gunplay and stuff, it feels good and everything. Character creation-wise and stuff like that. I just feel like they promised a lot of stuff. Like, this is... You're going to be able to find a level 74 shotgun. It's going to be so rare and exclusive to you that it's going to feel like one of a kind. It's going to feel like your gun. And it doesn't feel like that at all. Every gun that I have found, I'm hearing about there's a loot chest and stuff like that. I haven't even seen a single one of those, aside from the mandatory one in the beginning. I haven't seen... All I've been getting is drops from enemies and quest rewards. I've not found any treasure chests. I haven't found anything like that. I don't have any fucking, like, reason, I guess, really to go explore the environments. I'm not feeling like... I'm gonna make the comparison. Borderlands gave you so many, like, you were constantly upgrading and getting better stuff, so you wanted to explore around. You found a new gun chest, dude, like, you were fucking loving it. But with this game, haven't found anything that made me want to say like, oh my god, I gotta go scour this level for another 5 minutes to see if I missed anything. I haven't had any of that, like that draw to the game. The only draw I've had to this game is trying to beat it so I can sell it, because I'm tired of that already. But that's what my opinions are, like 10 hours into it so far. I'm gonna beat it, and I'm gonna probably max my character, do whatever I can, but I'm just not feeling like this is gonna be a good game until a few years later, and that sucks because this is like a full $60 game. I think they could have easily launched this game at $30 or $20 and then just slowly added on the content, and like maybe charge people who bought the game for the cheaper price, but as the game comes out with more content, you know, say here's more free shit, you know. But I don't know, I'm not liking it. That's all I gotta say. I gotta end this because I gotta get back to work. Also, my shirt is amazing. Thank you, my baby. I love you. And yeah.